So when we're talking about place value, we're literally talking about the value of something. It's literally in the title here. Place value is showing the worth of something. And the most common way that we use place value in everyday life is with money. So let's take a look at how this place value chart relates to money. So the ones place first. So let's say you had 1 1. Well, that would be like having one whole. Well, in money, that'd be one whole dollar. So the ones place would be represented by the dollar. We actually have a currency that we could use to represent that. So the ones place is $1. If you have 2 ones, then you have $2. If you have 3 ones, then you have $3, and so on. And next up, we have the tens and the tenths. Now, they sound very similar, but look over here. Remember, this one has the TH. We underlined it because that's super important. The tenth tells us that's a decimal. It's part of a whole. So the tens and tenths, even though they sound similar, there's a huge difference between them. So let's say you had 110. Well, think about how much money would you have then? Well, that's, if you think about it, well, you'd probably have $10. 110 would be $10. Well, what about if you only had 1/10? Okay, well, if you had 1/10, how much money do you think that would be worth? It would be part of $1 because that's what decimals are. So if you had 1/10, well, that would be represented by your dime. Your dime would be 1/10. So if we're looking at the difference, between $10 and a dime, that is a huge difference. So again, even though the tens and the tenths sound similar, that TH on it is huge. It makes a massive difference in the value of these two things. Okay, and next up we have the hundreds and the hundredths. And again, that TH is going to be massive in understanding the difference between the hundreds and hundredths. Remember, the TH means it's part of something. It's a decimal number. Over here, no TH. So if you had 100, well, if you think about money, you can probably figure out what that is. That's going to be like having $100, okay? Now, if you had 200s, then obviously that'd be $200 and so on, okay? Well, what about if you had 100th? Think about money. How much money would be 100th? Well, that would be a penny. 100th is a penny because it takes 100 of these pennies to make one whole dollar. So there's a huge difference between hundreds and hundredths, even though they sound very similar. Now, if we keep going, over here, we have the thousands. Well, the thousands, if we had 1,000, think about how much money would you have? Well, you can probably figure that out. It would be $1,000. And yes, this is real. There actually is a $1,000 bill. I, in my life, have never actually seen one in person. I don't know anyone that has seen one, but this is a real thing. They actually, I don't know if they make it anymore. Maybe they stopped making it. I don't know. But it is a real thing. But it would be $1,000. It'd be a whole lot of money if you had one of those. Now, for money, if we come over here to the thousandths, so let's say I had 1,000th. Well, here I don't have anything to represent that because there is no coin in the United States, at least, to show how small of a value a thousandth is. So my point here is when you're thinking about place value, think about money because you already know money. And remember, this TH on all of these makes a huge difference. So you have to pay attention if it has the TH or if it doesn't have the TH because they are not the same things.